Skeeven's the man to watch then. Skeeven through the middle sector and heading now into the two tricky right-handers. He throws the Ferrari into the corner. Look at that, really confident in the car. Can he get the final corner right and do what Matt Meerkat couldn't? He certainly can. Will Skeeven go quickest? He sure will. A 1:05.980, the first man into the 1.5s. And there you go. There is the benchmark. Catch him if you can. Skeeven, the Irishman, he delivers here in Austria. A 1:05.980. And will anyone be getting anywhere near that? It will be a very, very difficult challenge. Coming into the final part of the lap. In the McLaren, winner last time out, put in a stunning drive really, giving him so little pace in qualifying. Here he comes to the line. Does he have pace in qualifying today? He sure does, and goes second with a 1:06.2. Crucially, on the super soft tyres. Fantastic effort from Shimasi. He might not have had qualifying pace last time out, but he sure does today as he heads down into the technical area of the racetrack. A very tricky braking point for that right-hander, but this is the toughest on the track. A blind left-hander. It was very difficult to find the turn-in point, but that looked pretty good from Space Unicorn. And again, he throws it in. You're clinging on for dear life here. It's so easy to run wide, and that's exactly what Space Unicorn does. But somehow holds onto the car. I thought that was a corner and heading into the kitty litter, but here we go, final two corners, and he really is pushing hard here. That Force India is on rails. This is heading into the top 5, I would think. Space Unicorn goes third quickest on a 1:06.264. Matt Meerkat pops into third. He goes a 1:06.2, joining a trio of cars now on a 1:62. Can he pull it out the bag for Renault as he heads down to the penultimate and final corner? Ash Richardson, a 1:64 at the moment. He just needs to find 2:10s to climb onto the front row. What can he do? Here comes Ash, round the final corner, heading for the line. Can he go any quicker than 7th? Yes, he can. He goes onto the front row with a 1:6 flat. Fantastic effort, but not quite enough to beat Skeeven. Once again, a rundown of the order. Skeeven on pole with Ash alongside Shimasi third, Matt Meerkat fourth. Space Unicorn fifth, right behind his teammate Pit Matt, a disappointed sixth. Ricky sits seventh with OTG in eighth. Stiggy and Red Jams round out the top 10. Fresh tyres for Arctics in 11th, Bill 1 above 12, and Frisky CJ is starting last in 13th. Championship. We'll find out as the lights go on here in Austria. And we are racing, and there's a jump start there for Ricky already. He's pulled away. That's a terrible start from him. But look at that, he's already climbing up onto the start, onto the front of the grid, but not quite moving up there. Horrible start for him. Skeeven leads though from Ash in second. Space Unicorn third. We got a huge accident in the back. 3 cars wiped out on the opening lap. Who was that there? That was Red Jams going for a spin. CG down there as well. And was it Bill 101 Bob who just escaped it? OTG went for a spin. Meanwhile, in the middle sector we've got more bumping. We've got Shimasi in there with Pitman in 5th. We've got Matt Meerkat in 6th and Arctic Devils in 7th. Look at them all streaming down the straight. It's 2 by 2 as they hit the brakes for turn 4. But it looks to me like Shimasi holds on to 4th, Pit Matt 5th, Arctic Devils up 1 to 6th, Matt Meerkat's had a horrible start, down to 7th place, not at all what he was wanting. He's gone down 3 places from his starting position. Arctic Devils is up 5. Absolutely brilliant. Space Unicorn up to 3rd from 5th on the grid, but Skeeven leads them as they head towards the end of the lap, and crucially though, Ricky, who really made a huge jump at the start, jumped the start and will have to come in and serve a drive-through penalty. A shame for him. His race really put on the back burner almost immediately. Is that Shimasi running wide? It is, and he's under threat from Pit Matt, who's climbed up 2 places in the start now. Started 6th, he's up to 4. Brilliant move from Pit Matt, pouncing on the mistake there from Shimasi, and he moves through. And now look at Arctic Devils sliding wide in the background, and then we've got Stiggy and Matt Meerkat dueling as well up the hill. All sorts of action in the opening laps of this Grand Prix. At the back of the pack, but we have to stick with Shimasi at the moment. He and Arctic Devils both running on super soft tyres at the start of this race, as is CG in 8th and Red Jams in 9th. So, oh, Space Unicorn, big mistake, and there's Pit Matt, is he going to pounce? He sure is, and Space Unicorn comes clean off the track and drops right down the order, and even his teammate Matt Meerkat's going to go past him. Very interesting to see what the drivers choose to do, but we ride on board with Shimasi then. Coming in a turn 1 and nearly lighting up the rear tyres and spitting that McLaren into the barrier. That was very close to an almighty shunt for the McLaren driver, and I can tell you now, Eric Boulier had his heart in his mouth down in that garage. Goodness me, wow. He's in the wall. He's lost the, was that the right rear? It is the right rear. Wow, it's not often you see the right rear come off the cars, but Ricky has it bouncing up or folding up on top of his engine cover. So is that suspension failure, or has he just lost it in that final corner and found himself either in the pit wall to start with or on that side of the road? Side by side, up the top of the hill, Shimasi knows he needs to get this done. Pitmat will surely run him, hang him out to dry by braking late. He sure does. The cutback from Shimasi is a failed one because he just clips the rear of the Toro Rosso diffuser in front, and still he's stuck behind him. He really needs to get a move on here, and he's got it right up into Rich Mix. He's going to try dive out on the outside. That would be something if he can hang out there. Shimasi trying what he can, but Pitmat frustrates him further. Surely not round the outside. No way, not into this corner. It's blind as it is for the apex, and again, Pitmat continues to frustrate. 5 seconds now behind Ash Richardson in 6 laps. This is damaging for Shimasi in his hopes to win this. Fight for victory this afternoon. He has to clear Pitmat now. Climbing the hill. Pitmat getting pretty defensive. He's moving to the inside, but now he opens the door. Shimasi takes the opportunity, locks the right front. They bang wheels, and is he through? He chooses to let him go. No, he doesn't. Well, he does, but then Pitmat decides, no, that was all fair, and I agree, it was all fair. And through he goes, and that allows Arctic Tables to get a snip, and he tries to go past Pitmat. They bang wheels again, and somehow he cannot find a way through, and it's all beginning to unravel here. What a battle this is. 3rd, 4th and 5th. OTG 10th, he's pitted as well, Stiggy's been in as well, and actually Stiggy and OTG are about to do battle at the top of the hill. The battle for 10th and 11th, Stiggy up the inside, and they're both throwing their hands out the cockpits, but Stiggy gets his elbows out and gets his car into the points. 1 point now on offer for that Renault driver. Beautiful move, stuck it up the inside, and it was hard racing, but it was fair racing, and OTG is relegated to 11th. Lovely stuff from Stiggy. To go on to soft tyres, I would think, and go to the end. That's surprising. Part of me thought he might stretch the stint out and go into a set of supers. If it was possible, I'm not sure if it would have been possible, but Skeeven's come in, he's gone for another set of ultras, interestingly. So he will not be, he's doing a 2-stop, so he'll be in the pits again. So will that now make Ash change his mind? As Skeeven exits the pits, look at the battle going on there between Red Jams and CJ, and look at Skeeven, he's going to come right out between them. This is not ideal for his race. If he's doing a 2-stop, he needs clean air to pump in the lap times, and that is not going to help him. Will Ash go long, put on a set of softs, and run to the end, because this is vital. Skeeven cannot allow this to happen. He needs to clear CJ now. He moves to the inside, and CJ doesn't look like he's defending it too hard. This is not his race, and Skeeven, the Irishman, makes his move up the inside and seals the place, and now can get after Arctic Devils. Beautiful stuff. He's got 6 seconds to make up on Arctic. Can he do it? Can he? What tyres are going on? It's a set of soft compound tyres indeed. So he will go to the end, Skeeven will not. And he is going for soft tyres as Arctic Devils, but we have to stay on board with Ash Richardson then, tucked right up behind the back of the Mercedes. Renault power against Mercedes power. You usually fancy the Mercedes, but Ash is not interested in messing about. He moves side by side with Frisky CJ. He outbreaks Frisky CJ, and he moves up into 3rd place. Textbook stuff, and now he can get after Skeeven. He's already 5 seconds back, but Skeeven is on a tyre 2 stages softer and 2 stages grippier than what Ash is on. Ash is going to the end. Skeeven will be in once more. And so he is going for a set, I would think, of soft tyres to the end of this Grand Prix. He is not going to stretch them out and go on to a set of ultras. It's obviously just a little bit too much of the tyres to ask. So Shimasi will rejoin the racetrack in 3rd. Or 4th, sorry, I would think. Maybe 4th? He'll be hoping to rejoin 4th. And then, oh, it's going to be close with Matt Meerkat. Matt Meerkat's ahead. So Shimasi has got some overtaking to do. Game over because he's already some 8 seconds off Ash Richardson. But here we go, Shimasi not interested in messing about. He pulls alongside Matt Meerkat going into turn 1. And is he going to make it stick? Side by side, yes he does. Through he goes and up into 4th place. OTG battling over 9th and 10th. And Stiggy, whoa, he's lost the rear. He's in the gravel. And he goes for a spin in the kitty litter, and look at the Renault pit wall, they do not look best pleased with that one. And he spins out of the World Championship points. The Space Unicorn says, thank you very much, I'll take that. 10th position. Stiggy lights up the rears and goes for a harmless and pretty pathetic spin down at the end of the lap. 9 seconds ahead of Ash Richardson in second, Shimasi in third. And the gap continuing to close between Ash and Shimasi as well. Again, it's gradual, but 5.2 now as the laps tick by. Skeven now makes the call for the pit stop. This is it then. Skeven down the pit lane, he will come. What tyres do they have ready for the Ferrari car? This is the most crucial part of the weekend then for the mechanics. This is why it's a team sport. Everything needs to be spot on. Up on the jacks goes the Ferrari, onto the super soft tyre as we expected, and away he goes like clockwork. Beautiful stop. Ash goes through. Shimasi goes through as we expected. Skeven has got 2 cars to overtake at the very least. Will he have to overtake Matt and pit Matt? That is the key. This could be crucial. Here comes Matt Meerkat and they're side by side, and Matt Meerkat is in front. So Skeven has got to get that move done basically immediately. He has to do it now. Will he outbrake the Force India on the brakes? He has to go for it. He dives up the inside. The Irishman tries to make the move. They're side by side on the exit, and Skeven is going to try and force the issue here. He has to find a way through if he wants to get after the front two. Skeven then, it has to be now. It has to be decisive. He outbreaks the Force India and surely moves through up into third place. Skeven then into the final corner. Here he comes then. Is he going to set a blistering lap, the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix? Surely it will. Skeven up to the line, and he does. A 1.8 flat, and he's rapidly gaining on the front two. Just as we expected, he's doing everything he needs to do. He cleared Matt Meerkat almost immediately, and immediately on the following lap pumps in a new fastest lap of the race to let his rivals know he's coming. Soft tyres, which is why he's been on the soft tyres longer. Then behind that, a different strategy. The two stopping Skeven going to the end on his quicker super softs, and no! Shimasi leaves the session. No, that is so cruel. And the championship leader has been taking a blow here, a huge blow to his title aspirations and his race winning aspirations. Oh, that's a shame. What a shame. He's back though, but I think he's back. Up into third, surely he will go past. Up into second, sorry, he does. Oh no. Just as we were going to get a grandstand finish between the front three, well, it's going to be down to just two as Shimasi disconnects from the session. I really feel for him. The gap has really come down. It's come down so much that he's pressured Ash into a mistake, and Skeven takes the place and snatches the lead. He says thank you very much. Ash Richardson totally bottles it, goes for a slide across the gravel, across the grass, and off the racetrack. And would you believe it, Skeven's two-stop has worked, and he now leads incredibly. Wowee! Ash Richardson, the question was asked of him, and he's failed to answer it, and he's gone bouncing across the gravel and down a position. Meanwhile, Matt Meerkat and Red Jams are doing battle as Shimasi tries to hunt them down. All kicking off here. Skeven now almost certain to win this one, but look at Red Jams right up behind Matt Meerkat. Is there any retaliation? Surely there isn't. Matt Meerkat on the superior tyre is going to take third spots. Red Jams have an answer for Shimasi, who's all over the back of him. He goes round the outside there, Shimasi outbreaks him into the turn 3 and makes a beautiful move right past the Red Jams, whose tyres must be crying to death now. He's been on them for an absolute age. Faultless in qualifying, the only man in the 1 minute 5s. And is he going to add victory to his opening win in Australia? He's had so many issues since then. He's not scored since Russia, but Skeven is certainly going to score today. He's going to score with a victory as he comes round the penultimate corner and into the final corner now. The Ferrari mechanics are out on the pit wall. They get ready to greet him with the Italian flags. Skeven wins brilliantly here in Austria. It's a fantastic result for Ferrari, and Skeven actually is shown as having penalties. Too many penalties, and it's showing me Ash Richardson has won it. We'll have a look at the end of the race to ensure that on the penalty count. But Matt Meerkat is going to come home in third position here. Solid as a pose. He'll be happy to beat Shimasi, given it didn't look likely